All Night Sports in the building. So, can Jaron Boots Ennis defeat Bud Crawford? Can he do it? We all saw the fight between him and David Avanesian. Jaron Boots Ennis uh, uh, stops him. Technically, they did not come out into the sixth round. Good fight, you know what I'm saying? Definitely very entertaining. Um, Lots of heavy shots were made on both parts. Um, good comeback fight, for Boots since he's been off for about 6 months. Sorry, a year. He hasn't fought in a year. Um, but watching that fight, I can't help to think that Bud would knock him out. Um, Look, guys, Boots is a phenomenal fighter, phenomenal talent, phenomenal athlete, right? Um, he has next for sure. He has next 100%. But as of right now, um, he has holes in his game, and those holes are pretty much his lack of defense. Okay, now David Avanesian, right, is a fighter that's going to come to you and it's going to be essentially a punching bag to you, right? He's gonna hit back, which we saw. He hit Boots with some heavy shots in that fight. Some heavy shots, knocked his head back multiple times, and landed a very large uppercut that did not look good at all on Boots. Did not look good at all. Head snapped back. His facial expression looked was changed. Didn't look good, you know. Um, and again, it's his lack of defense. Pretty much his defense is off. His offense is his defense. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't really have much defense. It's all offense. You know, you know what I'm saying? So, that's gonna get you really hurt against Bud. We saw with Errol Spence. Now, of course, Errol Spence is a completely different fighter from Boots. Completely different fighter. I'm not even saying that, but we saw a fighter that had clear defensive issues. We knew about them, but we all said, "Hey, it's worked for him in the past because of the people that he has fought were not on Bud's level." And, in hindsight, we look back and say, "Okay, it was all because they're not on Bud's level." Right? But Errol Spence had clear defensive issues that he got away with because he's the great fighter he is, but also he wasn't able to do that with Bud because of how great a fighter he is. I see clear holes in Boots' fight game. Not so much that he doesn't do things right. It's just his lack of just thinking about defense. That's pretty much it. I think it's just his mentality of, I'm just gonna bulldoze through this guy, and if he hits me, I can take it. That might work with a lot of guys. I don't think it's gonna work with Bud. I really don't. Um, you know what I'm saying? Now he's a young guy. Put him in there with Bud. You know what I'm saying? Look, if the money's right, let Bud eat, but put him in there with Bud. You know what I'm saying? Who am I to say that I don't want to see it? I want to see. I'm a fan of I'm a fan of boxing first. I definitely want to see that fight. But I'm telling you right now, there's a very good chance that he stops Boots. Very good chance he stops Boots because Bud is not going to sit there in front of you. He's going to move. He's going to use his feet. Avanesian, again, we haven't seen Boots against anyone of the upper echelon yet. Not one. He hasn't got a huge major signature fight yet. He hasn't got that yet. It's not his fault, but we cannot say, "Oh, he beat this guy and so he'll beat Bud." No, no, he hasn't got that signature fight. If he fought Errol, if he fought Virgil, if he fought Keith, if he fought Danny, these fights would be like signature fights. Would be okay, yo, he beat this dude, yo, what I'm saying, he's of the upper echelon. He hasn't had that fight yet. Again, not his fault. He can't get the fights, but I think he'll be able to secure some really good fights since he's with Eddie Hearn. But let me know in the comments what you think, guys. Do you think that Bud is ready? Do you think that Boots is ready for Bud? Let me know. I personally want to see the fight, of course. But I think Boots gets stopped. I do think that Boots gets stopped, and if I'm gonna be, thinking of his career, I don't think they should fight him. I think it's too early, and I think if they put him in with Bud too early, it might stunt his career. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. Let me know in the comments what you think. Like, subscribe for more content. You already know what it is. Peace.